this era all day. Hell yeah.
Arm wrestling's about to take place.
Yeah.
I mean, we get into the stadium around midnight. All right. So now you're sitting for how long about before your match?
Well, at least an hour. I
Okay.
think my match started just after 1 o'clock.
Okay. And now what are you feeling, man? Are you still relaxed? When did the nerves kick in?
When Michael was down 2-1 is when I knew it was time, right? Time for me to get ready and prepare and go after this. So that's when I started to pump myself up.
Now, what did you do? Did you do any energy drink this time? Was there anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the same thing that you got me last time, right? And I drank it right about that match, right? And again, I looked it up online and said, all right, 10 minutes, fine. The 10 minutes before, right? Shows I don't do them that much, right? Those energy drinks. And so my Google search history must be the most fucked out of everyone's. It's look up stupid shit. And so I drank my energy drink. I went over and put my music on and wanted to get into my zone. And then they put us in the same little corner, like the opposite side of the stage, and put us over there. And then rather than having, I was on the opposite side of the stage this time, which was different, right? Because I thought the West was supposed to be on the other side, but I was on this side. And so I was a little confused, but didn't matter, right? I was ready.
Yeah, I see they have a new walkway and everything. That looked pretty cool, man. They had the lights and all that stuff. They added that. They didn't have that last time, so that was a cool addition, I thought.
Yeah. It was on the opposite side. Remember where we sat last time? It was on the opposite side, all the way in the corner. There's a room back there, and so you had to go into that room and then come out and go march upstage.
Nice. And so, who was in your corner? I saw Kate up there. Was that Doug Elridge up there?
Yeah, Doug and Doug Eldridge was over there, and then Craig Toulier was over there with me.
Nice.
I think Craig came up second or third match, right? I don't think he wasn't there the first match, and but Craig found the lucky bag of ice. It belonged to Uncle Bayev, so I think I stole some of his luck, right?
Yeah.
The special ice.
Man, I gotta get all that. I gotta get all that stuff over to you, man. I got the corner stuff. I should have sent that out to you, man. We got to bring that out there next time, so you have everything prepared.
That's right.
But so now you're up on stage and everything. You see Georgie come on and everything. Well, first off, let's back up a little. First time you see Georgie during the weekend. When was the first day you seen him in person?
The Friday. Right before we went out to dinner.
Thoughts? What was your thoughts when you seen him?
Yeah, he's a big boy. You know, you have to take about 7 steps to walk around him. Right? I was like, holy shit. Okay, yeah. So he's big. And
so size wise, from him to Gennady, like what's the difference? Big difference?
Yeah, distance around is big. And then Gennady looked, he was in phenomenal shape. So I think Georgie's big and massive, but Gennady's more fit. And so different people.
Now, have you seen Levon in person yet?
No.
What are you thinking, man? Do you think Levon's the next size over Georgie, or Georgie's around Levon's size?
Well, Georgie was 380 and Levon weighs in around 400. So I would imagine that, Levon is probably a similar build to Georgie. Maybe Levon's a little bit more fit, right? And doesn't have as big of a stomach. But, in the pictures I've seen of Levon, he looks like a silverback gorilla, right? And so I think, they're not far off of each other's distance around, though, on the chest circumference with around the back. I would think that they're similar.
Okay. All right. So now we get we're stepping up to the stage. We're stepping up to the table. What's going through your head right now?
That I want to be the first to hit and the first to explode and get into my position first, right? That was my goal. And then it all got fucked up on the first go.
What happened? What happened on Ready Go? What happened?
They had in the refs conference in the rules, it went over how the pad was 1 centimeter bigger in the front, on the left, on the right, and on the back, right? So they had explained that. And they said, which means that they were going to do 0 tolerance if you went off the pad in any direction. Left, right, front, back. If you went off that pad, you were going to get fouled. And I even made sure to ask the question, is it just the tip of the elbow? If the tip of the elbow goes off, what does the whole elbow have to go off, right? So, because I wanted it to be clear. They said, even if the tip goes off, that it's a foul, right? I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to be careful, right? So I went up there, and it was funny because there's me and Gennady go up, and we put our hands down. I was like, let's go. And so we're grabbing each other's arms, and, going to have like a contest. I thought a measuring stick was coming out next, but then so we just grabbed each other, and so I'm pulling up to the front and to the back, right? Just seeing the distance that I would have between the two. And I was like, okay, I can deal with this. So now the ref set us up for Ready Go in the first match. Ready Go, boom, I dive right in. As soon as I dive in, right, my elbow goes right to the edge of the front pad. And it's almost like I could feel it. You know what I'm saying? If there's like a bead around the pad, that would be better. Because if you're going to have a 0 tolerance for coming off the pad, should have like a little bead, because it's almost like you feel it. Now it's okay, I'm right at the edge, and you go to pull it back. And that's what I did. I went right to the edge. I felt the edge, and I pulled it back. They fouled me, saying that it went over. Now, I haven't seen the video yet, but, I didn't dispute it. I didn't say shit. I just said, fuck, right? I felt the edge, but I pulled it immediately back. So if you watch it, re-watch it, you'll see I went right to the edge, and then I pulled right back. I got the foul. I didn't dispute it. I said, okay. I said, damn. So they aren't going to call any, they're not going to allow any bullshit. So I says, that's going to be good. Now I'm nervous because now I'm down a foul, right? I don't want to lose the first match. So now I got to go super conservative, right? The rest of it, because I don't want my elbow to bob. I don't want to go up the front. I don't want to go up the side. So I just kept all my pressure in the middle of the pad almost, putting up a little bit, but I didn't want to go too close. And I push. And as we already know, it was a long-ass match, right? Push. I have a foul. We slip. We go in the straps. I have the buckle side. I make sure the shit's as tight as can be, right? Super tight. We go again. Now I'm pushing. And as I'm driving him over on my side, he's got such force. He's got me open. I'm pushing. He's on the back of the pad. And I'm like, damn, it looks like he's off. But I'm not fucking saying anything, because I'm like, if he's off, whatever, then they're going to call it, because they're calling it on me. I keep pushing. And then I'm about to, surge again, right? And as I'm pushing, he pulls his elbow right off the pad, because he was running out of gas. And it was in that losing position, right? So I was like, hey, not only is it an elbow foul, but it's in a losing position. That's got to be my win, right? Because, his arm, I was just about to pin him, right? And the refs look at each other, and they're like, it's almost like they're nervous to make the call. So I'm like, dude, you fucking fouled me. My elbow didn't even come off, right? So I'm like, whatever. But they said, yes, it's a foul in a losing position. You're right. Lose, right? And Georgi didn't dispute it. He knew, right? Because he was bailing. And I can
hear Travis's voice right there. Get Jerry a ref shirt right now. Get Jerry a ref shirt. That's what he was saying. You were coming to ref for the match right now.
Yeah. No, he can go fuck himself, right? But then.
Now let me ask you, bro. I got to ask this now. So what was Georgi doing, man? So when you come surging in, I know with everybody I know, they go flying back, running. Did he stay? It looked like that he didn't run back. It say that he stayed planted and up.
He didn't stay planted. He fucking definitely brought his elbow back and left, right? So
Okay.
he instead of bringing it straight back to the right side, he brought it back and left, which made it open a little bit more because this way, which was fine. I'm prepared. I'm ready, right? But he's got a strong hold. Like when we were sitting there, he was able to hold
Yeah,
me
but
up.
it didn't look like it didn't look like that, bro. It looked like he got you out of your line, bro. Your arm was out here.
Remember what I'm saying? His elbow
Yeah.
goes all to the back and then to the left. So he's turning his body this way. So
Yeah.
now
So
it's
he's kind of like stuffing you.
now he's pulling my whole body open.
Okay.
Right. So as he pulled me open, I was now separated from my shoulder. So it was tougher for me. Right. But I'm also not in half the shape I was in when I went against Gennady, right? Because as you know, I got injured. So it prevented me from being able to lift. It didn't prevent me from being able to arm wrestle practice, but it did prevent me from being able to lift, right? So health-wise, I was great. I was fucking super healthy, no pains, no aches, no squeaks, no anything, right? I went into that match healthy. But I went into that match totally underestimating Georgi, right? I thought for sure this was going to be a cakewalk. I was going to, it was an easy win for me, and I just get
What
another
was
check.
going on with the strap, bro? I've never seen a strap come off three times in a
Let me
match.
tell you, right? Let me tell you. I win match 1. Match 2, we flip sides. When we flip sides, now he gets to decide where the strap is. I was a little pissed about this, right? Because what he did was he cupped, right? Cupped his hands. So we were grabbing each other. There's a space. You can see, I can see you, right? So same shit. He had the space in there. So now as we pull it and they're pulling the straps, the ref's like, yeah, it's tight. I'm like, if like fucking hell, it's tight, right? Soon as after he was done, and then he went up and grabbed my hand, and we went to grip. I'm like, the strap is still loose. They're like, it's his call, because it's his back of the hand. I'm like, what the fuck, right? What's the idea of having a strap if you're not going to fucking pull it tight? So we go, and what happens, right? We're going in a strap match, and I already told him it was too loose. We go, I hit, boom, he hits this way. I give up my hand, I'm fine. In the hand, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. I'm like, are you shitting me? So I'm applying so much pressure, and he's applying so much pressure. This bitch opens all the way up. So I made sure to pull my hand out, right? Because I knew before I fucked up when I went against Michael Todd, I just kept my fingers touching over here. So I know, right, from, before. So I just pull my hand out, and now it's just the straps over here. And I'm like, I told you the straps weren't tight. The ref just looks at me like I'm wrong, right? I'm like, no. I go, you should have listened to me. The straps weren't tight.
But
So
that seems to be the new answer. That's what they're all trying to do against you, bro. When the buckle's on their side, they're
I
not
know.
having it tighten it at all. So that
Yeah.
tells me you got to start practicing with it loose as hell, bro. Because that's what they're
Or
all.
tells me that the refs need to fucking step up, do their job, and make sure the strap's tight.
But the rules are it's whoever the buckle's on gets
But
to
the
determine.
whole point of a strap is you slip. So now you need to prevent from being able to slip. If you can slip with the strap on, the strap's not applied right.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's the rules of this place, bro. Everybody gets to play the rules, and this is one of the ones that they're doing. So we got to just prepare for that for next time. But the other thing that I wanted to ask you, bro, is Georgi just his style, bro. He kept climbing up and up and up, and it was almost like to the point that he climbed too high that he couldn't even finish anymore. What was going on? Did you notice that, bro? Like, were you even?
He tried to step as high as possible, because if you're up as high as possible, and I'm a presser, right, and he's all the way up my fingers, it's now going to make it super difficult for me to pin his hand, because if my hand goes below the pin pad, it has to go way below to get his hand to go below the pin pad. Do you know what I mean?
Now, were you in a position that you would have been able to finish from there, even if one? Because Travis kept saying on the commentary that you were in such a position that he's like, Jerry couldn't even do anything right now because it looked like your fingers were so far away from you were like probably down on his wrist by then.
Kind of funny. I mean, I won. Right?
Yeah, so, no. I'm just saying. We're talking about how you guys kept resetting. It kept resetting, but a couple of times you guys were stuck and it was there for a good minute or so. And you guys just, nobody was doing anything. And it looked like that Georgie just went too high up. And it kind of was like you were in a position where you couldn't even do anything right there. It was kind of like you were stuck there and Georgie couldn't finish it. And then they would reset you guys, and then, you'd get the better position and eventually, and then that's when you got the win. But there was a couple of those times, man, where it was like, holy shit, I don't even know if anybody could win right now. It looked kind of crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it was what it was. I didn't like the way the straps are applied, and either I need to adapt or they need to correct the way that they're doing it. Right.
Yeah.
And
now, did Georgie find an answer to you, bro? Do you feel that was, if you were in regular shape, would that have been a problem?
No. If I went in, even if I went in the shape I was against Gennady, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Okay.
I went in healthy, just not in shape strength wise, because that was probably half, of where I should have been. And then it's because, I had the torn labrum, 3 months ago. And then with the tear in your labrum, it's not like I'm going to go and lift and then never heal. I'd rather heal and go in healed than try to lift and go in hurt and weak, right? So if you got to choose between the two, I choose to go in healthy and rested and maybe not as strong, but be able to beat him with experience and passion. Right.
Well, I got to say, you are one crazy ass dude, bro, going against a WAF world champion after just not surgery, but a serious injury 3 months before, bro. And you just nonchalant, like, yeah, I got this. I mean, that's 35 years experience right there. But what I want to do, man, is I want to find out, who can we compare Georgie's style there? Who of the past is the most kind of same style that you went up against as Georgie? Is there anybody you could compare him to?
Well, he felt sort of like Travis did, right? When Travis used to be good 9,000 years ago. Not the swimmer version of Travis now, but then I think because he had such a high and back post and he was trying to come out of my hands and
who felt more powerful?
Oh, Georgie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, that dude, like, I can't believe how monstrosity he was, bro. Just like his arm alone was just insane looking. It was crazy. Definitely
I'd love to go get some of these other dudes.
Yeah. I want to say that, man, a lot of props to Georgie, bro. I mean, I don't want to take any away from that kid, man. That was some performance. He put a show on that day, man. He really made you work, bro. He put you in a war, so.
I think one of the things I was able to ride was the fact that he got winded and he got tired and I didn't, right? So that was the difference factor of me at that point. Even though I was healthy, but I was weak. So me being there, the only reason I was able to win was because I didn't get as winded as him.